Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection, running away from shaitan to Allah. We're saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Although we just finished our zikr, let's renew our shahadat one more time. Saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. With that shahadat, we will find safety. With that shahadat, inshallah Rahman, we will come out from this ghaflat station that 21st century man we are sink under. We are asking support from our Shaykh to give us something, to say something that is going to benefit us. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, say something that is going to benefit you and others, or else keep silent. If it's up to us, we'd rather keep silent. But if it is a job that you may speak, then you must speak. We're asking for support, inshallah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We are approaching the holy days, the holy months of Ramadan. That is going to come soon, inshallah. We finished the Barat. When was it? Maybe less than a week ago. And inshallah, may our Barat be accepted. May we get a good Barat. And we're going to now come into the month of the Ummah, isn't it? This is still the month of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And those who are keeping the month of Allah, Rajab, the month of the Prophet ﷺ, Sha'ban, holy, then when the month of Ramadan comes, we are going to take the benefit. You are going to feel the rahmat. But that month is going to be different. That month is going to feel different. It's not going to be impossible for that month now to be a routine like any other month, except that you are not eating and drinking in the daytime. Impossible. You must feel something. Something must be sent to you. Days and nights, they are different. Your body starts changing. Your thinking starts changing. Your speech will start changing. Because the month of Ramadan that is coming comes with it so many holy events in reality in that month. The 27th, inshallah Rahman, or the Laylatul Qadr, which is a hidden day. That is the day that the Holy Quran was revealed. That is the day that the Holy Quran was given to the Holy Prophet ﷺ to stay in this world until Qiyamah. Then later to be continuing. But not only the Holy Quran, awliya Allah, they are saying holy books were revealed in that month too. And if we have been preparing the month of Rajab and Sha'ban by keeping ourselves away from Malayani, things that don't concern us, keeping ourselves away from knowledge that doesn't benefit us, associations that don't benefit us, talk that don't benefit us, keeping ourselves clean, then we're going to enter into this month, into the month of Ramadan clean, and we're going to leave it clean. And that purity, that cleanliness is going to stay with us, inshallah, till next Ramadan. Shukr, alhamdulillah, we are thanking our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and the Sultan al-Awliya and our Shaykh for making us to gather here one more time, one more night, one more holy night of Jummah, to make a zikr, to remember him, and to remember how much favor he has shown to us, especially us living in this country, that we have no right at all to complain for anything. When does a man complain? When the man forgets about Allah, man complains. When the man forgets about the favors of Allah, he starts complaining. When the man forgets about the favors of Allah, to count it every day, then he will start to complain. Because in our way, in Islam, for the mu'min, they are saying if you want to compare yourself always to someone who is better than you. Don't compare yourself to someone who is worse than you. 21st century man, everyone is a tyrant. Everyone is doing things that are not acceptable even in the animals' kingdom. But when you ask, everyone is claiming that they are, especially the Muslims, claiming that they have direct connection to Allah. Claiming that they are good ones. Claiming that I'm giving shahadat, I'm praying 5 times a day, I'm doing everything, so I'm a good one. But how good is that person if he is always comparing himself to someone who is worse than him? Of course he feels that he's going to become number one. If you compare yourself to someone worse than you, you're going to feel yourself that you are number one. Is that what Islam is teaching? Islam is saying, no. When you talk about your character, when you're looking at your good characteristics or bad characteristics, your spirituality, compare yourself to those who are better than you. Don't compare yourself to those who are worse than you. Compare yourself to the Sahabis. Compare yourself to the Tabi'in. Compare yourself to the Salihin and the Awliya Allah. Don't compare yourself with those ones who are committing wrong 24 hours. That time, man may think that he is a saint. But when it comes to dunya, the mu'min is supposed to compare himself not with someone who is better than him. In terms of spirituality, you compare to yourself better. But in terms of the dunya, you compare yourself to those ones, not those ones who are better than you. Compare yourself to those ones who have less than you. Compare yourself to those ones who have less than you. In that time, you're going to understand how much of a tyrant we have become, how much of ungrateful creatures we have become, how much of a complaining creature we have become. It brings us more faith and more taqwa. But this is the akhir of the akhir zaman. Everything is upside down. They're teaching us from young, if you want to compare yourself with the dunya, never compare yourself with those who have less than you. Always compare yourself to those who have more than you. So you must always be chasing after the dunya. But when it comes to akhirat matters, I'm not a murderer. I don't steal. I don't cheat. They're saying, they're teaching us, no, you're good. You're praying. You're doing things. It is completely upside down now. Because man, once he starts complaining about his Lord is not happy with him. Once he starts saying, Shukur Ya Rabbi, even when he is under very extreme difficulty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time will boast to the angels about this servant of his that is going through so much difficulty, but he's still remembering Allah and giving shukr to Allah. Once that happens to a mu'min, very quickly now the doors will open. Very quickly now the rahmat will rain. Very quickly he will come out from that difficulty. Don't expect now for something to fall out from the skies. In these days, people become very spoiled. They are thinking, I have to see a miracle for me to have faith. No. Sahib-e-Kiram, so many of them, majority of them, they did not see miracles from the Prophet, but they believe in him. Those who are only living for the miracles, unusual things, then later when someone else shows them more unusual things, they may change their faith very quickly that time. They may change their faith very quickly. So we are here, inshallah, to remember to give shukr to our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once we have that, especially in this month of the Prophet ﷺ, and the month of Ramadan, where if we are preparing ourselves for the real fast, then that time when the Ramadan comes, we're not talking anymore about fasting from the food and the water, because now you've prepared yourself from the month of Rajab onwards, from the month of Rajab and Sha'ban, to pull yourself from all the other unusual, extraordinary, unnecessary, not beneficial activities. You're already pulling yourself back. You're already fasting, preparing yourself for that. Then when the month of Ramadan comes, the rahmat will fall, inshallah. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more mercy to reach this nation, because everywhere we're seeing Muslims, either they have completely lost their minds and they're falling deeper and deeper into a mess, or we see Muslims being more and more oppressed by the cruel tyrants of this world. And right now, as we are sitting comfortable here, there are so many thousands who are suffering. If we compare ourselves for a split second, our life and theirs, that time the door of complaint is going to close. We must close the door of complaint. As long as the door of complaint is open, the door of rahmat will not open. Close the door of complaint and the door of rahmat will open. Inshallah Rahman, we're asking for more mercy and more forgiveness, and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us more faith and strength to continue in this way. And for the ummah and for the Murids to wake up, to understand, to give thanks, to close the door of complaint, to open the doors of shukr, so that rahmat may rain on us, for us to have more intelligence to follow the guidance and to follow the correct rope of Allah that we must hold on to. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. Yeah, say.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is our duty as Murids in terms of spreading the word about Sahib us-Sayf's word? Is it enough for us to attend zikr, or must we go out to masjids and different organizations to try to teach them about our Shaykh and his way?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Number one, we are not here to teach anyone. We're here to teach ourselves. And I know what you're trying to say, to spread the word, but we must choose words very carefully. We're not here to teach people. We're here to teach ourselves. Now, there are certain obligations that the murid must have. And if the obligations the murid is carrying, then later, if the murid is finding himself having more time and more energy. And if there are people that are listening and they're wanting to hear the words of Sahib us-Sayf, we may say something. Everything happens with the permission. It is important to have permission to do it. How are you going to get the permission? You just have to ask. Maybe it is enough to say, don't worry, just finish your work first, concentrate on your work, concentrate on your family, concentrate on your job. Don't do anything else. If people ask you a question, you may say, ask Med at that time and speak. Or maybe others, because they have the means to do it and they have the time, we say, now for you, you have to start more. You have to start translating, for instance, the words of Sahib us-Sayf. Because maybe your own people, they are in need to hear this. We don't go around so much to different organizations or different masjids to tell people about our Shaykh's teaching. If we want, we can easily do that. We'll be very busy doing that. But we don't. If we are invited, we go. If we are not invited, we don't. This way is open, especially now with the technology, with the internet. It's been more open than before. Before it was more closed, it was more hidden. And people were still coming. If you are seeing that you are doing your obligations and you have the time to do others, to do other things, maybe your friends asking you, why are you wearing turban? Huh? Maybe some of your friends, they are laughing at you. They say, what is this? You're wearing turban. Don't you live in 21st century? If they are idiots, then you're going to go down to that level. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, speak to people according to their level. Huh? But if they are sincere and they're really asking, then you may say, this is a sunnah. To wear the turban, your prayer is 70 times higher, more superior than if you're not wearing a turban. Angels, they wear turbans. 124,000 prophets, they wear turbans. All Sahabis, they wore turbans. All awliya, they wear turbans. If you don't want to wear turban, if you think you have enough credit, then I'm saying good luck to you, but you don't look it, because I'm looking at you, you're wearing clothes that the kafirs, they are wearing. If people are not sincere, if they're trying to make fun, you're going to go directly. If they are sincere, we say this is the reason. You may like to wear it, it's good. So they may ask you this, they may ask you that, they may ask you, you speak, you say. The idea is not to teach them. Because if you have already learned something and they ask you something, you are just going to share. What is it that you're going to share? You're going to share your experience. What is experience? Experience, it is knowledge. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, the best knowledge is the knowledge that you experience. There's a time you're going to hit them to the heart. Otherwise, you can just tell them, read this book, and read that book. It's not going to hit to the heart. Prophets never did that. Awliya Allahs never do that. They speak one-to-one. People have to understand. So we're not to teach. We are here to share. They want, we will speak. So many things that you may do for the sake of Shaykh Efendi. Of course, doing things for Shaykh Efendi is doing things for Sultan al-Awliya, is doing things for Prophet. It is for the sake of Allah. It is for the sake of Islam. Don't think that we're saying this is just promoting our Shaykh. It stops there. No, it is for Islam. Then you are going to see where you are. If you live so far away, even with one word maybe that you're spreading about our Shaykh, if it's going to strike someone's heart and they're going to find some wisdom, some nur in it that they're going to take for themselves, because it's full of wisdom. It is full of nur, but they are going to take it and they're going to put it in their lives to give them benefit. You are going to be blessed, especially in this Akhir Zaman. You are going to be blessed. For what? In these days, especially on the Facebook, that you're sharing so many Malayani things, so many nonsense, useless things that brings you deeper into the dunya. You're just going to click like and share. That's it. And you're going to spread. People may read. That is the easiest thing that you can do. Now, because we're entering into the question of hizmat. What is the service that you want to do for Shaykh Efendi, for Sahib us-Sayf, for this Dergah, for the sake of Islam? Then that time, we will speak more about it. Because it's a very wide topic. We also covered this a few weeks ago, about the hizmat. You don't know how to translate, you can do something else. Find something. Look at yourself. Because now the mu'min is always restless. The mu'min is never satisfied. Mu'min is never say, okay, I did my prayer today, I'm good, I'm okay. No, the mu'min is say, I did my prayer, but I know I didn't do this properly. Let me sit and say astaghfirullah. I did this, but next time I'm going to do it better. And Allah loves that. Because Allah is saying in the Holy Quran, run, compete in the way of Allah. He loves that. So, looking at your situation, looking at your position, looking at how close you are physically, how you're able to help in so many ways, find something that you may do that time when you're spreading the teachings of Sahib us-Sayf to someone else. And someone, even if that someone doesn't matter, believer and a non-believer, Muslim or a non-Muslim, that someone is going to like it, rahmat reaches to you and to them. We will win for ourselves. Inshallah, Rahman may it be easy for you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay. Yes? Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Is it important to know our lineage?
Bismillah. The question is not, is it important to know your lineage? But the question is, what are you going to do about it? Shaykh Efendi always says, people want to know this and they want to know that. They want to ask. They want to know when is Mahdi coming, when is this, when is that. Or they want to know all the secrets and say, okay, if I tell you the secrets, so what? What are you going to do with it? Majority of the people who are running to look for secrets, they don't know what to do with the secrets. If you know what to do with it, you're not going to run so much to find out. Because now you are more busy with knowing what to do, because that knowledge now comes with a responsibility. That knowledge now comes with an obligation. The knowledge now comes with a work. And if you're smart, you're not going to run to find work that you know that you cannot carry. Of course, it is important to know your lineage. The question of the lineage, if you are under correct guide, if you're under correct Shaykh, then knowing where you come from is not just blood lineage. It is a spiritual lineage, and it is the power that comes from there. Yes, okay, you know that you have that. What are you going to do about it? There must be something that you do. So many people, this is when they fail. They fail. They run around to know so many secrets, and now everything is crushing them. Then before you know it, they give up from everything. Before you know it, everything starts falling, everything starts failing. Before you know it, you will see they are not really running in the way of Allah. Yes, it happens. It happens all the time. If you're under the hands of a correct guide, of a Shaykh, who is going to make you to understand your ego, and then your purpose, then that time whatever comes with it, your lineage or otherwise, you will know what to do with it. Even if you don't know, you're going to keep that secret, and that Shaykh is going to use that when the time comes for it. Because in these days, so many people, knowing their lineage is just to go around to brag to other people, to show off to other people. Right? Oh, I'm coming from the lineage of the Prophet, ﷺ. Ahlul Bayt, very good, mashallah, but so what? There are so many Ahlul Bayts also that did so many wrong things. There are so many Ahlul Bayts right now that we just finished the zikr. They are still continuing in the clubs and the pubs, isn't it? There are so many Ahlul Bayt, they are doing so many things. Are we going to say anything? Are we going to condemn them? No, we're not condemning them. They do something wrong. Let Allah to deal with them. But your lineage is not going to save you if you don't know how to carry it. Your lineage is not going to save you if you don't know how to tap into that lineage, into that power. If your purpose is just to brag, or you don't have a purpose, but just to know, then it's not necessary for you to know. But don't worry, everyone will soon know. Everyone's blood is going to show. When the time comes, when Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam time comes, the blood is going to kick in and is going to pull. That's why, especially in the association of Sahib us-Sayf, he's saying, it doesn't matter where you are. He's saying to our Shaykh, and he's saying to his wakil in Peru too, don't worry, I'm going to go there, I'm going to collect all the Sayyids under me. Because there are people with lineage and they know, and there are people with lineage and they don't know. Everyone's running to become a Sayyid, but no one is running to carry the work of a Sayyid. If you touch them a little bit, they get very upset with you. They're ready to curse at you. If you take something away from them, they're ready to kill you and your family. Isn't it? But which one is that Sayyid? That Sayyid is that one coming from the lineage of Hazrat Ali. Of course, in Hazrat Fatima. But the father coming from Hazrat Ali, and Hazrat Ali is the one who said what Holy Prophet is saying. Which one of you, if somebody did something wrong to you, you will forgive? Everybody says yes. He did something wrong to me, I'm going to forgive. Prophet ﷺ is saying, what if he does something wrong to you again? Will you forgive him? That time not so many hands, because they were real. And Prophet ﷺ was saying, what if he promised not to do you any harm, not to do anything wrong? And then he turns around, he does it again to you, even after you've forgiven him. Are you still going to forgive him? Prophet asked again. One hand kept holding up, always saying, yes, I will forgive, yes, I will forgive, yes, I will forgive. Who is that? That is Hazrat Ali, karamallahu wajhah. And Prophet ﷺ is saying, yes, you are right, Ya Ali. And Hazrat Ali is saying, Ya Rasulullah, even if you, as you know, but even if that one keeps on doing wrong things to me, I will keep on forgiving him. Even if he continues until Qiyamah, I will keep on forgiving him. These are qualities of Sayyids. Because the lineage, to know what you're coming from, where you're coming from, carries with it characteristics. Are you carrying that? I know some people that they are Sayyids and they are ashamed that they are. Because they say, I'm so dirty. Very rare though. Only one person I've met like that. So many, easy. Especially when they're being introduced to me. Oh, my name is Sayyid Ali. My name is Sayyid Ahmad. Suddenly all the Sayyids, they come out. Say, mashallah. And looking up and down, the smell is not coming. I met just one person. They're saying, you are. He says, I'm ashamed to say, I'm so dirty. How can I dare to face my grandfather on the day of judgment? That one, you think that one is not going to be blessed? But how many are honest enough, sincere enough to say things like that? Some using these terms to go around to cheat people, isn't it? To fool people. In India, forget about it. So many. And people are sincere. They say, oh, you're Sayyid, and they will respect you. Yeah, they're there to cheat. It happens. You're saying you're carrying royal lineage. You're carrying this. It must show in your characteristics. It must show in your behavior. You're saying you're carrying the blood of the prophets. It must show in your behavior. It must show in your lifestyle. Otherwise, Abu Jahil is also from the lineage of the Prophet. He is the uncle of the Prophet. Abu Lahab is also the uncle of the Prophet. Their lineage did not save them. More I can tell you. The children of Nuh alayhi salam, the son, is a son of a prophet. His lineage did not save him because he disobeyed. So many claiming, I'm the son, I'm the sons, I'm the family. We're saying no. That time, like what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying to Nuh alayhi salam, when Nuh alayhi salam was on his ship and the flood was reaching and his son was still escaping outside, not obeying his father, and his father says, quickly come, showing more love to him because his son. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a very strong warning to his prophet, saying, Ya Nuh, he is your son, but he is also my creature. If you call him one more time, I will punish you by stripping you away the title of prophet from you. Qabil is also the son of Hazrat Adam, isn't it? What happened to him? He disobeyed. So yes, it's not so easy to say, well, I'm the son of so and so, I'm the son of Shaykh, I'm the son of this, and I'm the son of that. No. Your work, your life must show that work and the life of that Shaykh or that saint or that prophet. Otherwise, it's just a title. And titles, they come and go. So, yes, you may know certain things, but it carries a lot of responsibility with it. If you can carry that, be my guest. Inshallah Rahman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If there's not